So we've got our query from last time. The query is written at the top. So it searched on the field sex and picked out all of the males from that particular field. And we're now just going to find all of the women that were involved in the accident. And if the data is correct, or the data has been entered correctly, then we should have, in theory, 20 females in our database. So we're just going to check that, because sometimes that's not the case, and that makes an interesting teaching point. So I'm going to just click on the query button again, and I'm just going to clear this query. So that disappears, and I'm just going to start a new query, and again I'm going to do a search on the field named sex, and then choose is from here, and then rather than trying to guess what the values might be, just have a look at what the possible values are, choose female from there and say OK, and then carry out the query. And so let's have a look. And that is quite interesting, because we've actually got 16 records here, and that doesn't add up to the whole 119 records. So at this point it's quite interesting to ask children why they think when a hospital is recording data that this field may not be filled in. So we're going to clear this query and try and figure out whether there are some records where this data hasn't been filled in. So let's have a look at that. And so we'll clear this and start a new query. And at this point we can ask children to think about, well, how might they find all of the ones where the field for sex has been left blank. So let's choose the field name, and maybe we can this time choose is not, and possible values, and male, and then we want to also make sure that it is not female. So we're going to say and, again the gender is not, and again possible values female, and hopefully this should give us the blank records to make up the whole 119. So let's see whether that works. And yes, indeed we do have that, and in fact it's quite interesting because we're also missing the name, age and type of injury for these people. And again, it's always this is quite an interesting teaching point, because often we get hold of data which needs to be tidied up, cleaned up before it can be analysed.